Hey YouTube fellow riders, my name is Kevin Rasmussen. I started Headcase Hot Rods a year or two ago. It's not really a company, just a logo and a thing. And if I were to win the lottery, I mean, the first thing I'd do is start a shop and hire my buddies. And yeah, that's what I wish I could do every day. It doesn't come with health insurance to pay the bills, so you know. In high school, me and my buddies all had muscle cars, and I had a 1970 Chevy pickup. Dual drive, raced it all around town. I had a buddy who I gave a ride to school every day who was kind of my hype man, you know, got me into all kinds of races, ones I didn't even want to be in. I was a little quieter, you know, but me and my buddies, we all had cars, you know, Novas, Mopars, Camaros, and yeah, all we did was race. And we'd get out of school and we'd go drive around town for a while and then go home and eat dinner with the fam, you know, and then come back and drive around till dark. And that's what we did in high school. That was, that's kind of sad that most of those times are gone. And sounds like we grew up in the 70s, but we didn't. We grew up in the late 90s, you know. I graduated in 99. There's a group of older guys too that we ran with that all had cars, and it was a lot of fun, and that's what got the car thing, you know, clicked with me. My dad always taught me everything I know as far as fixing stuff and making stuff run and work and swapping motors, trannies, that kind of thing, but he was never huge into the old cars. I mean, he had a 72 Chevy pickup when he was in high school, so he returned the favor, and my parents helped me and bought me a 70 Chevy pickup. Had that, and then you know, years later out of high school, the Craigslist thing hit hard. I was a wheeler dealer, man. I was constantly turning and burning old cars, buying, fixing, selling, trading. A lot of my buddies give me a lot of crap, you know. I mean, oh, you won't have that by Christmas, you know, you won't still have that. Oh, what are you gonna trade that for? And I was just wheeling and dealing all the time. And then I bought my first house, and I had to wheel and deal to you know, stay afloat in my mid-20s. Now I'm a little bit older, and I've been able to focus into what I really like, and somewhere along the line I really fell into rat rods, hot rods. Back when I was in high school, you couldn't pay me to look at a hot rod for more than 5 minutes, you know. I mean, I wasn't into them. I don't know what it was, but I don't know what changed. Remember the first time I saw a rat bike, it was in 93. A buddy of mine's dad bought a brand new Harley, went with him to pick it up, and saw a rat bike in the parking lot. I thought it was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And then rat rods just started in, you know, in the mid-2000s, and I saw, I don't know, I fell in love with Model A sedans. And Model A sedan, when I saw one, I'm like, I have to own one. I have to own a chopped Model A sedan. And just looked like death brought back to life. I don't know, you know, big motors, big tires, fenderless, chopped, mean. I mean, I just fell in love with the patina stuff. And I've had a lot of things within the last few years like that, but I've been slowly working on my 31 Model A. It's my dream car. I mean, I got this tattoo years before I had one. I had a Model T that I was working on at that time, Model T sedan, and just could never find the right car, the right body. And then I finally did, and the patina couldn't be any more perfect for what I wanted. I think the chop is perfect. It's going to be a true rat rod though. It's parts from buddies' old trucks, and you know, the rear end's out of an old street rod from a 54 Chevy. The bags are out of a show truck, 67 Chevy pickup my buddy has it. He redid the bag system. Front end is out of a 34 Ford custom show car, MSRA, I mean, like winter, back to the 50s deal, you know, that he wanted to put a Mustang 2 front end in it, and I took the front end out of that from another buddy that they redid it for his father-in-law. The motor is out of a mud truck, to be honest with you. It was built and ran a couple times, and then the guy pulled the motor and sold the truck, and I bought that, and I found a a vintage dual carb intake for it that a buddy of mine owns a shop in town had sitting on his counter, and he needed some money for race weekend, and I went and bought that. I mean, it is truly a rat rod. Parts from here, there, everything. All right, enough of my ugly mug. I'll show you what I'm working on tonight. Trying to get the 4-link done for the sedan. I got the brackets mounted up for the 4-link, the bag brackets mounted up. Everything's kind of mocked together, but I'm cutting these ears off that rear end. I'm not 100% sure what this rear end is out of. It's an old Chevy rear end. Got to make some room for the panhard bar. It's like trying to fit 20 pounds of shit in a 5-pound sack. It's ridiculous. Fitting the bags and the shocks and everything in there. I don't know how good the light is if you'll be able to see in here, but 4-link brackets up in here, bag mounts, body's mounted. Like I said, I've been working on it for a few years. Should have more done, but I don't. A little shop tour here. Funny thing is that Firebird was here when I bought the house. My shop's 22 by 33, I think. This summer I might be moving to a bigger shop. I'm working on finishing some stuff here and buying my dad's place. He's got a bigger shop. Try to get a shot of this old Coke sign. Old Model T cowl there. I made a little shelf out of this year. Bought it at the Roadster show. 23, I believe. I bought a title for it for some odd reason too. 32 Ford grill off a truck, but probably the most expensive thing hanging on the wall. Try and get a little shot of shelf over here. Some of the old toys I had when I was a kid, and Hot Wheel collection, and old car parts. Like I said, I'm a bit of a hoarder, picker guy. Grills on the wall, Studebaker grill's the middle one. And then I bought that, and then it just happened to buy this 1920 Studebaker. So that'll probably be my so-called rat rod, hot rod for the year. Obviously gonna get rid of the old zebra print and the blue paint. I can't stand the blue paint. I can't stand the intake and carb on there. That's too new for my taste. I got some parts that might go on a while. I might do that ridiculously tall dual carb intake on that thing. I'm just piling up parts for other builds too. Here's that vintage Holly intake that's going to go on the sedan. Those carbs in the background are going to go on there too. Yeah, just a little shop tour. Of course, I get her all done up the way I want it. Oh, there's a better picture of the sedan too. I'm sure if you guys been on Instagram, you've seen it. I've had pictures of that on my Facebook and Instagram for a couple of years now. A little shot of the taillights I'm doing. Front marker lights off 38 Buick. I think they work great. Put them right on that weld line just so, in case I screwed up, I wasn't popping holes through an original patina body that I didn't want there. Piece of metal for a welding table I'm going to build. And that crate is a 49 Ford flathead, motor and tranny, running, driving out of a shoebox. It's going to go in my 1930 coupe. Also in there's a C6 tranny and a Edelbrock intake with triple carbs for a flathead, and the Edelbrock valve covers, head deals, whatever you want to call them. You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so there's tour of the shop, little intro. Like I said, not sure if I'll keep these videos going or not, but I don't know, we'll see. A lot of stuff down the road. You guys take care. Ride on.